You a Bryan Adams fan?
No.
When Eastern culture meets Western adventure in the world's highest mountains, expect the unexpected.
That's the most expensive ski run I've ever had in my life. Ski the Himalayas, baby!
Last 2 days, Ben and I did a acclimatization climb / reconnaissance of the route. We took off and fairly light packs. We didn't carry the skis with us this time just because we're like, yeah, let's just, see what it's looking like up there. Part of it too is just to remind ourselves how much we really want our skis for the actual summit attempt. Because the route itself is pretty straightforward. Kind of hike out back behind us here through the moraine, which has got a pretty good trail as far as moraines go. Get up onto the glacier, hike across, and we tried the first time we tried to go up, we went up this little skinny left-leaning gully and started ice climbing up that thing a little bit, and then kind of looked at each other and were like, this is probably a little bit more than we want to really feel like biting off right now. It was steep and, well, very little protection, and we're like, there's got to be a better way. So we turned around and came back down a little bit and found the old fix line, probably from last autumn. Went up that direction. It was a little entertaining. My least favorite part was I started up and it was, nice styrofoam snow, perfect stuff for cramponing up, and I just was using one tool because it wasn't too steep. And then it got into your deep sugar snow, like sinking to my nipples, just like, whoa, swimming through that. And then it went directly from nipple deep to blue ice. It's just that wrong kind of ice that it's sort of steepish, but you wouldn't really call it steep. But it wasn't, you had to front point really, because if you splayed out your feet, you're like this and trying to, bend your ankles in ways that just don't really work, especially in ski boots. Wind was blowing pretty good. The ropes were whipping around a lot. It was a lot of work.
We elected to go up with just light packs and tents, food and stuff just to spend the night. And we ended up doing half the route in just about 24 hours, which was pretty sick. We've only been in base camp for, I guess, 4 or 5 days now. And so we kind of scooted up there, and I gotta say, man, it kicked my ass. Like, whew, We got up there and set up a tent around 19,600 feet at a Camp 1, and it was really beautiful. Sun came up early the next morning. We cruised up to 20,600 feet, and it was the most amazing thing, like being around there. And it's hard for me because I'm always distracted when I get into the high mountains, because you're in this really weird oxygenless stupor where you're just kind of out there. It's pretty crazy up there, but you see like mountain upon mountain upon mountain. You don't even see a base camp. You don't see any helicopters. You don't see any planes. You don't see any roads. I mean, it's just mountain on mountain on mountain on mountain on mountain, and it's beautiful. Pretty sure I'm supposed to be walking uphill, but I want to look around. I'm breathing really hard. I feel very alive, but I don't feel fast, and I'm completely absorbed by this landscape, which is just so huge. And I know the next time I go up, I'm gonna feel freaking awesome. So it's worth it. You got to go up and expect to feel really bad, and if that doesn't turn you off, the next time you go up, you're actually gonna feel pretty good. So that's what the extreme is. That's what I think a lot of people get distracted and think, oh, this sucks, and then it's like, well, wait a minute, if you just go higher again, you feel a lot better, and we experienced that on the whole way in here. It's true. So here we are at base camp, toiling away. I'm actually waiting for my honey to answer her cell phone. What's it like hanging out in base camp, John, with all this potential sitting there going on? Like, I'm talking to my wife, and I'm trying to express how I feel, but I think it's really hard to express how it feels to be so remote, so far away from stuff, and so ready to go climb a mountain.
It's impossible, really, because there's so much potential, there's so much anxiety almost, because you want to be up there. We wanted to be up on the mountains so badly because everything looks so good. All the stars seem to be lining up to make this a great route, a great climb, and you try to share that with your loved ones at home. And they don't always understand because you can't, because you're not there.
Well, hopefully, that's always a big goal for me with these trips and with these experiences, is to share them.
Yeah, Jon Miller has like 8 books or 7 books. He's already read all of them.
John's a big reader, folks, and here he is after having read a bunch.
This is possible. We know we can ski a big part of this mountain. Now we really know. The two things that can hold us back from this is the weather, which we have at this point 16 more days, not including today, to do this. And so weather, we're gonna, sometime in the next 16 days, there's gonna be a weather window.
I hope so.
So that shouldn't be too big of a problem. And the other thing is altitude.
All right, we are sitting in our base camp tent. We're getting ready to go up tomorrow, and Dawa has outdone himself. The most incredible meal I think I've ever seen at altitude came out. Check it out. Couscous, cashews, olives, yak parmesan with tomatoes, carrots, and over here, more chips than you can possibly eat.
These guys have been amazing. I mean, this is just yet another of a series of meals that have just blown us away. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, I think, when you're coming out of a base camp to leave because you've been eating so good. But, you know, Dawa, our cook, has been making such good food. We got to go climb this mountain. And here's the route. It's like, you know we've gotten half of that up to what you just saw disappear out of your screen. We got this much left, which isn't a ton. But it's hard, right, John?
Absolutely. They've done their part to make us feel good. Now it's our turn.
35.
And now they're trying to figure out how much my pack weighs as we pack up to get climbing.
Ooh,
This is funny. No one knows. He says 30.
30? You think 30?
I think it's only 50 pounds. He's saying 30 kilos, so about
Maximum.
66 pounds.
we have wings.
Yeah, we do.
And those boots on the side, that extra mass makes it a little bit more unstable. Yeah, I'm dancing there. But there's some fancy footwork coming up, isn't there, John?
Ski hard, climb hard.
Not stylish.
Then we're going to come home and sleep hard and eat hard.
That's right. There's nothing like the goodbye. It's always kind of weird to have to say goodbye. Well, and that's Dawa.
If I don't make it back, remember, you guys are the best. Yep. All right.
And roll your foot around. Right there. Okay.
Oh, man. Just... Man. Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. I can do this.
At this point, it's a little too early to tell what's going to happen, but I can only say that it hurts so freaking bad.
Ouch.
I can't even believe it's happening. So I'm just going to pretend it didn't. And play hurt. Nothing new about that. All right.
What did you think?
I mean, we were hoping it was just a simple sprain, and we don't even want to think about the worst case scenario at this point, because, hey, it had just happened.
And if it flames out, well, come back, ice it. Try again tomorrow.
But worst case scenario was starting to really build up in that little ankle.
Not so good. Not so good. We're definitely in the threat rock phase of life.
Yeah, once I have these boots, I'm just fine. But I can't walk in those boots. Man, that's a big sprain. Big. Here, can we trade packs? Oh.